poppin', y'all? This is Deidre with One Shot Game, man. You already know how the motto go. You get one shot at life, but a lifetime to learn all the game you need to help improve your life. The choice is yours on which route you choose to take. And as I always say, you get two choices. The ability to faithfully settle in the life that has been set out for you, or the ability to pave a path towards your destiny. That choice is also up to you. So before I get into the title of my video, I want to say a big shout out to all my supporters. You guys are great, and even the ones behind the scenes, I see y'all too. So look, check this out. Me, personally, how I feel is I'm a different breed. You know what I'm saying? And because I've grew up a lot around, you know what I'm saying, a ton of darkness. Not just from my family, but from a lot of people that were rooted in the pains and hurts, you know, of things that have happened to them. So it was more like, let me hide my spirit of how I'm really hurt and pretend on the surface, you know what I'm saying, of how we all ha kiki. But really deep down, I don't even love myself enough to love anybody else, you know what I'm saying? And listen, you got to think about it like this. In the world we currently live in right now, nobody was prepared, you know what I'm saying, for what we're going through right now. Nobody had any idea that it was ever going to happen, right? So imagine being a certain way because of your pain and your hurt, you know what I'm saying, but having some time to focus on yourself and really figure out who you are to understand how to heal those hurts. But before you even get to that point, you never had anyone showing you, you know what I'm saying, or leading you into a path of healing and growth, you know what I'm saying? So imagine what happens. So like, for example, say somebody did something to me, right? I'm forever hurt by it. I'm gonna hold it against them for the rest of their life, you know what I'm saying, for the rest of the time I'm on earth. Even though, you know what I'm saying, they've healed, they try to apologize, they try to, you know what I'm saying, make amends, but I just didn't want to hear it because I was too hurt by that pain, you know what I'm saying? Now, again, there are some people that live like that, but let me explain something to you. Listen, I grew up with just me and my brother, right? Lord knows I loved him to death, but Lord also knows that we fought like cat and dog sometimes. Listen, have you ever seen two siblings fight each other like two unknown strangers off the street? I have, you know what I'm saying? And then you give it a couple days, maybe even a few hours, and they act like it never happened. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the world could be able to use forgiveness like that, you know what I'm saying? Because imagine someone doing something to somebody solely coming from a place of hurt, you know, not really trying to intentionally do something to somebody because they know that once they break out of the illusion, they're able to see that person for who they really are. And that person, you probably had their back more than some of the fake people that they had around them. You know what I'm saying? Right now, people's true character is being exposed. And the fact that we're incoming with the ability to, you know what I'm saying, go through a real situation, that's when you get to discover who you truly are, you know what I'm saying? And again, if you have been disguised to live under an illusion, to be a version of yourself that's not really truly you, I feel like, how could you really hurt someone who never even knew who they were? You know what I'm saying? And now that they're in a place of discovery, it's almost as if, like, I feel like forgiveness can be accomplished, you know what I'm saying? So listen, going through what we going through right now, you know what I'm saying, if a person is energetically aligned with where a person is, meaning we take accountability, we're aware of what we do, you feel me, we apologize, you know what I'm saying, and we make sure that, you know what I'm saying, if we locked in, we locked in. It's almost as if, like, you would rather hold on to that animosity, you know what I'm saying, forever, than to be able to give that chance at, you know what I'm saying, an apology. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I don't got time to waste. Life is short. You feel me? I'm on a mission, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, I'm watching, I'm paying attention. You know what I'm saying? But I just had a thought, like, listen, let me tell you something. It's times where me and my brother fought like we didn't even know each other. You know what I'm saying? But the love I had for him is something that, you know what I'm saying, it just was. It was an on again, off again type of, you feel me, love-hate relationship. You know what I'm saying? As well, a lot of people I've had an on again, off again type of love-hate relationship. Listen, I'm pretty sure everybody didn't have that moment where you get with that first person that you love. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you ditch everybody. Listen, you don't want to kick it with nobody. You don't want to be around nobody. Your sole focus is on that person that you in love with. You know what I'm saying? They get all your attention, all your time. You feel me? All your advice, all your money. You kick it with people on and off here and there. But you feel me? Majority of your life is to this person. You know what I'm saying? You got to think of how that makes the people who've been around you your whole life feel. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's like, be in my shoes, because they've all had that moment, so they kind of understand. So when you come back around, they still got a heart for you. They still got an understanding. You know what I'm saying? Listen, what I do understand about life right now is that it's all about energetic alignment. And when you're energetically aligned to what the energy currently is going to be on the planet, you do not finesse and lie and twist and turn. You know what I'm saying? If you still want to keep up that mentality, you know what I'm saying, you're not energetically aligned, for real. You're still in the same place. You know what I'm saying? And what will happen is those people oftentimes will try to test people that are energetically aligned by seeing them or coming into their life still trying to be that same person. So when I experience that, oh, I don't got time. I'm cool. Chink, cut off. You know what I'm saying? But if a person genuinely comes to me, or I see them and you can tell that they've changed because they are energetically aligned where you are, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that should be open for forgiveness and a chance. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just the type of person that realizes and understands life is short. I'm not finna go the rest of my life hating nobody, feeling no type of way about nobody. But I'm saying, though, all this time, I'm going to give it about 3 years almost. It's 4 more months until the year is over, where I haven't had no contact with anybody. And sometimes people need that alone time to be able to figure out who they are. So if I was to catch somebody on the street, or I was to see them, and we had history and a bond, and I can see you energetically have aligned with, you know, where we're supposed to be currently, you know what I'm saying? That's a whole different playing field. And understand and know, the finesse, the game plan, the acting, that's not gonna fly, because there are people that have done so much work that they can see a person's true spirit. So no matter how much you try to fake it, it's not authentic. It's not real. I just had an experience with someone this morning that I used to work with for a very long time. You couldn't even look me in the eye. You know what I'm saying? Because you still focused on lying. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to see you. I'm going to be cordial. But there is nothing we got to discuss after that, because I see where you're going to go with it. You trying to test me to get me to dumb myself down to fit you, instead of realizing we both on the same energetic field. You know what I'm saying? But you're not, though. What you're doing is still lying, still finessing, you feel me, still manipulating, and then constantly telling me in my face, I'm a real one. No, you're not. You know what I'm saying? And I know that about you, so I'm a player, and I'm going to allow you to just do whatever it is that you do. But at the end of the day, we probably wouldn't even have no communication, you feel me, outside of the little moments where I see you because you work for Sacramento. You know what I'm saying? That's just all it's going to be. You feel me? People are wise enough to understand what's really real and what's not. It's almost as if you can't hide your spirit no more. You know what I'm saying? Those doors of hiding your spirit are completely locked, because what y'all was doing was hiding your spirit behind people that were authentically being themselves. But oftentimes they got trapped into being a fake version of what people wanted them to be for their benefit, so it was hard to tell who was really real and who wasn't. You know what I'm saying? But now it's time, it's going to be exposed on the front line. I don't got to fake nothing. I'm still going to be me everywhere I go. But listen, like I said, I'm calling it out. If you want to play and act like you forgot, I'm going to call it out and see your response. And once I see your response to that, if it ain't genuine, or you ain't on a level where, you know what I'm saying, you on your own hype, you can see people on that, it's nothing else for us to talk about. You know what I'm saying? But I think truly, matter of fact, I know the reason why a lot of the world be painted in darkness is because people will take that one bad thing that happened to them, that somebody did to them, and then completely block them out because they're hurt, not understanding that people can change. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe it was meant to happen in the past. I believe it was set up and designed for people to do things in people's face and take time away and then act like they never did it. Come back and play the role like they never did it when they know they did. But now, truly, because, you know what I'm saying, the universe, God, Allah, you know what I'm saying, whoever y'all choose to pray to really came back and shed light on people's darkness, I really truly think people can change. You know what I'm saying? You only get one life. And granted, I understand that, you know what I'm saying, everybody on their own hype is short. You know what I'm saying? You don't got a lot of time, but I just feel like as much as pain as, you know what I'm saying, my granny put me through, if she was alive today and she needed something from me, you know what I'm saying, I would still go over there and help her. You know what I'm saying? Just because sometimes the darkest people don't know what love is. And when they actually come across someone that actually is truly being them, if the damage is too extensive, they will continue to hurt that person. But if they start to wake up to who they truly been, I do believe forgiveness can be acquired. You know what I'm saying? I really do believe people can really change, especially now more than ever. Maybe not in the past so much, but now I do. You know what I'm saying? Because there are so many people that I encounter on the streets, you know what I'm saying, that are sad and in despair about their relationships with either their kids or their parents, to where it causes them to be in a funk every day, to where, you know what I'm saying, they'd rather do drugs than actually have to try to repair, you know what I'm saying, the bond. You get me? Now, listen, healing takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. So if you are separated from people, you can't rush the process. You just got to allow it to happen. I'm coming from a standpoint of realizing that it's a chance you might come across somebody that y'all didn't fall out, but y'all were separated due to your energy elevation. You know what I'm saying? So if it was nothing too major or too serious, why could you not forgive a person? You know what I'm saying? Based on their energetic level. I mean, they really had to do some introspection. They really had to grow. And listen, 3 years is a long time. You know what I'm saying? But it can be acquired. That's just from my personal perspective. Because if you think about it, if everybody just stopped talking to everybody because everybody's hurt by something that was done, there's no connections formed like that. Everybody want to be in love and get married, but everybody's single. Like somebody lying and something is off. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like we got to get to a point where our energy is aligning with each other. You know what I'm saying? To a standpoint to where we're mature now about situations instead of coming from a place of hurt and pain or immaturity. And immaturity only comes from you still being hurt. You know what I'm saying? If you're mature enough to understand people, you realize that people go through pains and hurts, but they, you feel me, eventually get over that. Facts. You know? I don't hold nothing against nobody. But if we are going to be in a place where we face each other, I'm going to let you know this is what happened. And depending on your response is going to be dependent on mine. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not just going to forget and act like, you know what I'm saying, you never did that. Let's bring it to the surface so we could clear it and air it out and move forward. Otherwise, if you can't accept it still, you're still stuck. You're still in the same place. There's nothing we can do to get over that. That lets me know, you know what I'm saying, we still going to have to be in this energy where we don't talk or mess around with each other, because you're gonna let me know once I bring up where I was hurt at, your response to it, and if you've grown or not lets me know. You know what I'm saying? But again, a lot of the times the universe has it lined up to where, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna come across some of the people that you separated from just to see if, you know, they done the growth that was necessary. That's just, I feel like, how the world is supposed to be at times, because it's not meant for everybody to just be hurt by their pain and completely just hate everybody for the rest of their life. Because listen, if that was the case, nobody would be cool with nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because people, listen, everybody then got hurt by somebody. People closest to you hurt you the most, but then you got to think about it. They operate in their life from their point of view and how they see it. You know what I'm saying? And maybe they didn't want to do that at the time, but they did. You know what I'm saying? And it's, can we talk about it? Can we heal it now? Can we move forward? Or you're still going to stay stuck and act as if you didn't do anything? You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. When you get to a place of healing, you're okay with someone calling you out on something that you may have done because you healed that part of you. If you're not healed about it, you're going to act out in aggression. You're going to be mad. You're going to still be in denial and act like you didn't do nothing. And that lets me know right there off the back that you ain't healed nothing. You know what I'm saying? You still took all that time to operate and be around anybody that would believe your fairy tale of who you are. And I just can't. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be the one to fall for it because life is too short to still keep living in that energy of where everybody's playing each other, everybody don't like each other, and we're only pretending happy when we're around each other. Later on, you will have to pay for that, if not as soon as possible. So listen, forgiveness can be accomplished. You know what I'm saying? People do change, especially now more than ever. But you will be tested. You know what I'm saying? Your character will be tested. And it will allow people to know if you really did an introspection on yourself and changed, or if you're still the same person you've always been. And listen, a lot of people ain't going for that same energy. So if I were you, I would do a hard look at yourself and figure out how you can improve and become better. You know what I'm saying? And it takes time, but at least be, you know, in your energy enough to be able to talk about it and maybe help someone understand why you made that choice from your level of understanding and where you may have been at that time. I can understand that if you talk to me and let me know. But if you still and then, oh, I didn't do that, come on now, let's not, you know, cool, I'm go back over there and I'm gonna go over here. Okay, so listen, if you don't know what it is, I just told you. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.